how they are like handling time management and all this stuff. But like just an overview, and we try to understand each other, nothing more than that. We move forward. So first of all, I want from each of you should tell the time management and which all steps you have taken and what changes you have observed, whether it is efficient or not. And if like you are feeling it's not efficient, then we will see the challenges. Where which particular place when you are facing the challenges, that we will discuss. Starting from whom? Ishant.
So escalations also, time is defined, which was earlier right now entirely. But when he needed escalation from me, we'll get a meeting of 1 hour later. Until this is a high priority task.
Okay.
So my schedule is quite organized in that way.
Hmm.
And now daily routine is also planned, but before leaving the office, I'm only daily on my right times.
Okay. So more or less you are reviewing. Okay, whatever like every day morning it's getting assigned or like
4 times.
morning you are assigning, evening you are taking. And what other people?
So, sir, we take morning stand up, there we assign the task, and evening we see what all tasks we are getting for the next day. Then we prioritize it for the next day, what to be taken the highest priority to be given at what time, and then we divide it according to the day. And then we have tracker system also. So how much time we are taking for one task, if response is coming, not coming, what is the timeline for that, we have to follow everything.
You're like meeting the timeline. Like anyway it helped last session, like when we have taken 15-20 days back. After that, have you felt like it helped you somewhere?
Yes. Sir, actually one thing, after that last meeting, I made sure that stand-up which she added, so that I organized a lot. Made it like compulsory for my team to be there, to be a part of it. Initially for 1 week, I used to give them, these are the tasks, and I also told them the priority. In this flow, today you should complete this task, because initially they were not aware of it. So what, like after a week, we observed that my team entirely, they achieved each and every task in that particular day, and also giving them some extra time. Otherwise, they used to work haphazardly. So that was a very good thing that happened. And at the same time, we discussed about the DA team also, okay, like ownership and thing. So DA team, again, ownership is like now taken care of. So their speed also increased. So 2 projects are like already completed, which were supposed to take in the next.
So it was planned, the timeline and all those
Yes.
things was planned, and they made that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got spare time.
Yes.
So about that spare time we will discuss.
How to increase someone's speed, performance speed?
So more or less, it depends on the resource. What kind of resource you are dealing with.
Because the thing is, I assign the task, divide the work, I assign the task, I ask them the tag. They'll give me a tag, I'll increase it by 30-40 minutes and give them a final tag.
Why exactly you are increasing that? That is the problem.
Because if some issues come in between or something.
That's okay. Like they should be that capable. If they are like giving you a tag, a turnaround time ki I can complete, then they should think of all that, like scenario okay, which will come in future, and based on that they should tell you. You don't need to increase that. Like make them achieve their like targets whatever time
that is happening, but there are few resources who are like, even though I increase the time, they are like, even they are delaying the deadlines.
Same issue.
How to deal?
So look at that. 2 aspects will come over it. First aspect will be what are the challenges. Whenever like try to understand ki which all place mein they are getting stuck. And based on that educate them and revamp their like working mechanism. With that somehow I feel ki there is a like knowledge gap is there or else understanding gap is there. There comes the communication part. Whenever like we are communicating with him, whether he is understanding, he or she is understanding or not, and like how exactly he is planning to do it out, to perform it, and what all steps like he has taken. In that case, you will have to see their plan, whether it was like done in a like a proper planning mechanism or haphazardly they rushed towards it, they did something and they're like spending their time in other
The
tasks
only
and all.
thing is, if they are stuck somewhere,
Hmm.
they are not communicating. If they are facing any issues, they'll keep still, and whenever the deadline comes, they'll tell us it's not yet done.
So that's what. Then more or less in between the leader and the like whoever is the ratios, that communication is not like properly happening, and somehow
Even I cannot go on and monitor it every hour. It will be a micromanagement if I do that.
correct.
So morning I assign a task. By the end of the day, I will take an update.
Look, more or less micromanagement a leader cannot. More or less it should be a micromanagement. Micromanagement if you are doing, then definitely there is a problem with that particular resource. Go ahead with set up meetings, set up plans for that particular resource, try to understand the gaps and challenges, try to address that. If that is not happening, then you better take a decision, take a call and go for a better resource and don't encourage. Because in that case what will happen, whatever like your schedule is there, that will get impacted and it will like you will not be able to achieve it. So that's what it is. Some resources not doing any work, nothing. Try to understand it. It's not like that ki every resource mein the problem is that ki they will not do the work, and most of the scenario 99% cases mein it's like ki they're not understanding. Because everybody over here they are like coming to workplace only. And more or less if they will not perform, then definitely any office will not encourage them. More or less first place में understand कि what are the challenges, whether it is addressable or not. If it is not addressable by you, then reach out to your like reporting, whoever it is. If nothing is getting done, then across management you put the thing and try to get it resolved. That is not happening, then obviously get rid of the resource. Don't spoil your time. What about that?
The challenges we are facing is that when we are in a medium position, as the approvals from the third person or any other person, we are lacking. And the time also it is going for. Suppose if in an offer letter also we give a requirement to one lawyer, but he is dealing for some time. Even he wants approval from the management itself. The management also not involving in the particular aspects. So the delay happens.
Their
by
strategies
one-
come into place.
Yes. One
How exactly you have asked for approval?
Well, because one of the employee came and gave a requirement regarding the offer letter, the terms and conditions to change all the things. So after that, I met with the management. So these are the conditions I got a escalation from the particular employee. Then he told me what are the changes. You take it from the particular employee, and I gave the requirement to the Bharat, that lawyer. After that, what happened? He told like he wants a confirmation from the management. After that, we schedule one meeting with the particular Bharat. So again, I sent the offer letter. He made some changes, and again he wants approval now. How he is doing?
Such thing. The thing is that this is a sensitive matter and it's time consuming. Based on that, you will have to plan. And second thing is that such thing which will impact multiple people. It's not that ki it's not in a hand of second tier leadership ki any offer letter में changes. That will impact whole total organization का 200 to 50 employees. That is definitely out of your scope only. But how to enhance it? Like since how many days you are following up?
Really 1 month.
1 month. So 1 month में how many MIS? One done. Was it escalated in the MIS? If one leader is not giving response, was it escalated across the leader? Put it up in MIS. That point will get discussed definitely during MIS. People will discuss. It's not that ki one leader if he is like lagging behind, then definitely others are there to analyze that and to overcome that. So that's a escalation mechanism. If it is not happening, go to the immediate reporting. If that is also not happening, then this is the last option. If that is not happening, do shoot a mail, putting all the leaders to address the concern. More or less, that 1 month ka job, if you would have like gone with this approach, then 10 days, 15 days will definitely it would have been done. But such major aspect, definitely, it's time consuming process. Let's adhere to the existing process because anything legally they are changing. That multiple dependencies are there. Once it I know, is time management skills. I am not asking.
Sir, we are having problem. Our tasks are getting hampered due to daily and server issues, which you are already aware. We have already addressed also.
That I got it. Here we are going with the training session.
But
Was it like it was escalated? And I guess the challenges was
as you
also
said, we are not
communicated.
able to complete our task on time.
Okay, so please put it on your MIS and that we will get it addressed. Because one initiative was taken, according to that it was not planned and some other team moved over there because that was suggested.
But our finance team should be moved now.
Why exactly? There are like two scenarios. One first thing is like more finance over there because existing infrastructure is there over there, or else build infrastructure in finance.
Suggesting to move our team now.
That can be addressed in two methods. Like two methods are there. Either go for existing infrastructure or else build new infrastructure. More or less, sir. That I got it. But what about time management?
Yeah, that's why we are not able to complete our task on time.
Okay. So Talika
For
one
once,
issue we are not
it
able
will
to.
be-
So do escalate it up. If that particular leader is not taking, you have escalated to that particular leader. If he is not taking, then do escalate to management.
Obviously.
Yeah, I know, because I was the leader. And it's not like that key, it was not happening. But the thing is that it was trial and tested and suggested even to move finance downstairs. But due to some internal call, they didn't move. Because building new instead of building new infrastructure, using existing infrastructure is always recommended.
Any other solution for this?
Any other solution is like currently if they are like agreeing then change the places, which is not okay because it will not give a like positive vibe or positive culture will not come out of it because somebody is settled down again moving it, that disturbance will be there. Apart from them, new infrastructure definitely. With a higher setup like frequency car, you have to go for access point, better internet because 2 floor we are running, every floor may 80 people are there, sitting capacity, and 1 Gbps internet we are using, that will not be enough for everyone. And it's not for only finance team, other team also facing. Even your tech team is facing same issue.
Code error.
Other than that, तुम्हारा क्या प्रॉब्लम है बताओ, सेल्स में क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
So actually, as a time management, if you have seen that sales team is in the top list where they don't use to manage the time management accordingly. So I have taken steps from my side that I had asked the entire team of mine, you have to block a calendar every morning, and you have to every week you have for 1 week you have to share the list, what are the tasks. And randomly I'll ask if you have taken, suppose you have blocked a timer for 1 hour, then what is the task report, what is the
No,
progress.
the thing is that ki, calendar will address only your like dedicated meeting and your appointment, any calls, any.
What is happening is most of my teammates are getting hampered. They are getting mentally stressed because of extra overwork. But when I was realizing, when I was counting their tasks, it was basically a 4 to 5 hour task. But they were taking random escalations and they are working on random escalations and all. That's why I had asked, please start blocking your calendars and accordingly you have to work. That was the step I have taken from it.
And even deploy better productivity like management tools and maintain the project, explore technology. Don't leave behind your team.
Actually, you are aware, you have seen that calendar block once it shows.
Look, the thing is that there comes ki second tier leadership or your leadership is not properly educating the team. Their gap is there. Or else people will not block calendar for some personal aspect. Their like knowledge is not proper. Or else he or she would have shouldn't have done that. So their gap is there, that you need to address. And for sales team, definitely planner is not there. What things are going, which all things are like no checklist, nothing. Checklist mechanism, planner mechanism, nothing is implemented in sales. All they
Checklist is
do is
there, sir.
anybody is calling directly, taking out their call. It's not like that.
Understood.
Let them come through a hierarchy. Okay, because you have like a whole set of like team is there, AMs are there. On top of that, key account managers are there, portfolio managers are there. After that, senior portfolio. But why exactly senior portfolio directly take call with the candidate? That is not required. That is happening because you are breaching hierarchy. That's why you people are feeling like every time we are getting escalation. It's not escalation. It's like regular work for you. Vendor will call, they'll tell their issue. That's what sales does. They'll understand what is the problem, they'll address it. So channelize it. If you channelize it, then it will be easy for you, even for the AM, even for the portfolio. But the escalation matrix and all that need to be proper, and how exactly you are planning your throughout the recovery. When portfolio is sitting means definitely you should look all the aspects. This many things are there. It's not like that one day the brand called multiple dependency are there for sales. Channel it. Within a day or within a two, this task we will have to take, we will have to complete that, so that it should go out of your. Without planning that, it will be difficult. Even for them also, the same thing. Both the teams are with like same mechanism there. Marketing also, they get multiple calls and all. But was it better from last time? People are taking things. Was checklist and everything is maintained, and whichever things are getting done, that is like. Okay, let's move ahead. We're running out of. We'll discuss about all these sort of things. What are the benefits of time management? Challenges, time management strategies, goal setting, prioritizing. Most of the things, like half of the things, so at least we discussed last time. More or less, first thing, benefit. What all are the benefits of time management? More or less better efficiency. That is the major aspect. And your productivity will increase. The moment you are channelizing and you are planning all the things and you are like meeting your deadline, definitely your productivity will increase. You will be like you'll get spare time and you can invest somewhere else. And better decision making and problem solving. So the moment you are channelizing all your things, you are managing your time, like you are maintaining planner, then things will not come and hinder you every time. Okay, this many steps are there, I have to do it. So allocate. You have 2 hours, 3 hours for one particular aspect. Focus on that, close it, move ahead to the next. Then it should not come back and bother you again. And more or less, it will enhance the leadership. If you manage time better, and here in case of second tier leadership, you will have to manage your calendar and your planner, everything. Along with that, you will have to look into your complete department. Whoever are like resources are allocated, you will have to keep an eye and make like these things you will have to implement over there, so that a process will be set. Next is challenges. Second tier leadership के लिए definitely the major challenges is multiple responsibility and priorities. So priorities, how exactly it was addressed last week. Can anyone give one example? How exactly you have prioritized your task and you have revamped your existing structure?
Sir, actually, when it comes to like last month, we were dealing a lot with external clients. So, uske liye, what I have done is like there are few tasks which needs to be completed in the beginning of the month. For example, sharing the scope of work or sharing the team structure, who all will work. That and I have divided among my teammates like brand wise along with the date. Raising some previous month ka invoice should be completed in initial 3 days. So that type of segregation is done, and there are some things that we need to share on weekly basis. So uska date wise everyone has now prepared, and then something which will be taken up at last only. For example, pura month ka kaise jayega data, so that we have like segregated. So in between they will have time on other days to work on the plans.
Correct. So you have thought of buffer time also in between.
Yes, more
Buffer time is like good for initial months. Post that, do remove the buffer time,
Yes, yes.
make things happen, utilize that buffer time for other aspects. Dealing with interruption and unexpected demands. That too we have like discussed last time. I hope that should have been like implemented. Tell no. If it is like really important and a priority like task or some urgent or emergency task, then revamp your calendar. If it is some any random things and all that is coming out, then definitely. Other people also, whoever is like coming and disturbing, it's always good to say no. And even save your environment. Whichever environment means you are working, you also like save yourself and save other people. Try not to disturb other people. Schedule meetings and take calls. It should not be like people are like coming, sitting and we started the discussion. Correct? You could have sent one mail. Correct? But what is the challenge over there? Because even I was sitting in it. What is the problem over there? Is there any problem? Tell the parent. This is a common working place. Let's book a meeting room. Let's discuss the stuff. Have you come with an agenda? Have you blocked my calendar? Straightforward, simple. Your team.
I know.
So more or less, the thing is that whenever like such things are happening, like you are getting disturbed, you are in between something, your focus is gone. Definitely, it will your concentration will go to that particular portion of area. If that is there, allocate one time and address the same. And before that, ask by agenda so that you will be prepared to address the query, whatever it is. Even her concern will be addressed, and your things will not get disturbed. Ensuring team productivity and meeting timelines. That way you will have to get the things done. Whether it is trust, whether it is fear, whether it is anything. By hook or by crook, you will have to get things done. Because if your team will not do it, definitely your planner will get screwed. Whatever you have planned, that like your deadlines, that you will not be able to meet. And that point of time, your work balance will go on. Correct? The moment you are like reaching your target, you have reached everything, you are relieved. You have planned also. Next month, what I will do, and you came. Correct? So that you will have to put it across team. And definitely, that bond sharing will be there, and collaborate with each and every team and understand even their challenge. It's not like that we are working for a firm. Like he might be from marketing, he is from tech, from sales. But more or less see the technical challenges also. If he is telling, then ask him, I am not understanding your tech stuff, but what is the challenge? We have to overcome this. Same for HR also. People keep on taking this query and that query. He might depend on things. Understand key where exactly. Even in between like second tier leadership, you should understand key where exactly the like issue is coming from, and try to understand and collaborate with them and get it sorted. More or less the thing is that with that you will be able to address two set of query. Whoever because more or less whoever is facing that query, that will, if it is like dependency is there on some other department, definitely that is like two separate issues. But more or less for firm it's one particular issue where two different department or two different person is working. So try implementing that process, collaborate with other department and understand each other. Because if you start understanding each other, then that thing is the bond will be it will be strengthened. And more or less even that will help you out how to tackle things. Suppose if my marketing and finance are bonding is super, they know in and out, then definitely any vendor they are approaching, then even neither they will fumble, neither. So at that point of time, what will happen? Even whoever you are talking to, you'll see a confidence inside. Yeah, this both a team are like interlinked and they are like with a cumulative approach. They are like presenting the stuff. And over there, conversion rate. So such aspect you will have. Okay, time management strategies, which we discussed at this. Setting clear goals, priorities, planning and organizing tasks. And more or less, I recommend calendar you are using, use it for meetings, calls, anything. And calendar also, before that, agenda should be there for what you are like taking the meeting. And after the meeting, what exactly has happened and what is your POI. Meeting means it includes all these sort of things, not just you block one calendar, went on a meeting and everything is done. If you do that particular stuff, you are like organizing one thing in a place. Whenever like you are coming back and try to put it through a channel, whether it is mail or anything, any official channel, try to put it up so that later on you will not face any issue. Because what these two teams case mein things happens like they went on a call, which is very general for you. They went on a call and after that they discussed something. After 1 month, if that person is telling I have discussed the same thing and all, they might not remember. They are not like any computer or any like memory storage device. So we might forget. Do organize it, do put it through mail. Keep it very transparent so that later on it will not come in light. Whenever like they are coming, even they will see if they are randomly coming, block up the calendar, show up the things and address it. So more or less keep it transparent. Whatever like meetings, anything if you are taking. Planning and organizing tasks. Before that you have to prepare the task. What are tasks you are like supposed to take for your like more or less it should be futuristic. Whichever currently you are doing, that should be planned long way. Then only you will achieve your target, you will meet your deadline. Without that, it's not possible. And try exploring different productivity tools and planning tools. Planning, a calendar and all cannot be a planning tool for second tier leaders. Time management. So more or less for this different tool you can use. And I recommend using something very easy and easily accessible through your mobile device so that all the time whenever like keep it handy with you. All your like planning and tasks. Should not be like on mail, calendar mein only I have done it for the calendar, I have to like phone mein it's difficult to manage and all. Normal task, whether it is tool or any planner or any software, go for it, analyze it, use it. Once it is like successful, deploy with it. I'll give you one. Earlier tech team mein one issue was that all tasks was not getting planned. Things are not happening properly. Jira was implemented. 1.5 months. 15 days they took to understand Jira. Now it's like all the tasks are getting like allocated over there. Any reporting manager, any like team leader, they can go over there, they can check the status, they can put their working also. Working and time, everything.
Assign the task.
Can directly assign the task to other team members, which is very easy. You don't need to stand up, go over there, arrange one meeting. Such things, just cut it down. Allocate to other person over there, summary may you will get it, this person is having this many tasks and whether it is addressed or not.
Sir, like Jira, is it possible to, like, is it only workable for technical teams or
No, it's
like
not like technical team, a
Any
finance
type.
team can work.
we can also work for
Yeah.
it? Can also.
Anyone can.
It's like there will be a title, there's a description, and you decide a deadline for that, and you decide who's gonna address it, basically.
Okay.
It will
Person
be,
responsible.
yes.
It will be good for even marketing team because marketing team does multiple like document sharing and all.
And you can move, like, it's like Kanban only, like you can move the tasks also.
Oh.
But you cannot run the timer over there.
So time, does it they calculate time also? For example, कि task के लिए we know कि effectively 30 minutes or 40 minutes should take. Then how much time that person took just to know कि उसकी like how much efficient that person is.
Correct. So over there, whenever you are planning, you will have to assign the timings because leadership definitely you know most of the task and you know the time bound for that particular task. If some project you have taken on, then how much time may that resource should complete, considering the like level or the resource standards. Based on that, you will have to allocate and he or she should fill the timings. And over there, you can generate the report. You will get to know how much time was invested in that particular task. And the benefit over there is one particular task is created. Let's assume they are like onboarding one particular vendor, Bosch or something. So they go with CRM, which is a very good tool. But CRM mein you can document it, communicate, and that is done. CRM is also like kind of similar. So even they are using it. What about sales team? What you? Calendar.
Figma tracker.
Huh?
Figma tracker.
Figma tracker. More or less they figured out. It's not bound to only Jira and They are using CRM. They are using Figma because they are into designing segment. That's why Figma में one tracker they saw. They try utilizing. For you, Tableau might. Tableau or any like particular. For you people, finance. Look, thing is that Google Drive is used to like keep the documents. Google Drive, how exactly you are segregating things and how you are like creating your you are creating Excel and you are storing.
No, all ability their tasks there.
But how you are like getting it? Like over there, Google Drive, it's very difficult. What time he has like edited that task, one reporting manager definitely he or she should know. At what particular time he has edited the task. You will go to each every index and you will like check. Is it possible? Don't you think it's tedious? Correct. Not like against Google Drive, but the thing is that it's outdated technology. Google Drive is for working, using it, and okay. But it will be more tedious for you. You will not be able to save more. Instead of that, figure out one tool which will help financial aspect. Like more or less you are into compliance. Compliance means if like you have planned all your things and that will remind you this is on you, go for it. You can set up over there. Before 2 days, do reminder. That will pop up. How do you think? You'll go to Google Drive every day, you'll check whether anything is like going to expire or not. And you'll do, or something is like automatically giving you. Should not bother about it. Just a flash and go for it, do it. Whenever like one particular time already allocated for that particular task, he reminded you, the tech reminded you and go do it. More or less, time management tools will simplify your like everyday activity. So use it. That's what people are doing, right? They are moving towards AI. Correct. Even these people. Some code, if they don't know the language, they go to ChatGPT, they'll convert it. It doesn't matter to us. Because the thing is that our end goal is like, because I'll give you one example.
Previously it was Stack Overflow. Now it is Stack Overflow was like Bible of coders.
So there you'll have to go, you'll have to analyze all the things, and based on that you'll have to learn all the concepts, what will have to write. You don't need to do it. Like some 10 years back ka language, why should we learn? It's outdated. Similarly like Excel. About Praveen? Very.
Currently, there is no measurement for how much time a resource is taking, but we are also using Google Drive for particular tasks, and for that frequency has been already given. but as said,
How about inbuilt, like your inbuilt tool, Kanban? Kanban ka report have you exported, have you analyzed? Last time we like discussed, no, whichever like things you are like delegating to someone, whether that need to be like analyzed. Then only you will get to know ki, what exactly is happening and you can plan for that. Was it getting done?
like last time in some meet, Siddharth sir lecture explained like that Kanban analyzing thing, but it was not fully came to me also. From my side also it was missing. Following.
That's the problem. The thing is that it will keep on delaying the task and all, it will get piled up. At that point of time, you will be frustrated. So many things I am getting overloaded. But the thing is that you are only like running in a different direction, not taking up. So you will have to take the ownership and address it. That's the meaning of second-tier leadership, right? Take the ownership, like delegate it to someone, revamp it if required, and get things done. Same that managing meetings and email. Minimize distraction. The thing is that distractions are definitely have to minimize. Somebody is coming randomly and disturbing you. That is not good. It's for everyone. So that will help to reduce and channelize it. And if you are like utilizing such thing as a break, then it's someone is coming and disturbing you. And if you are utilizing it as a break, then okay. But if you are utilizing it, that is okay. If you are like you have like gone through that, again you are like taking up, that is not okay. But I recommend take a proper break instead of like entertaining someone. Goal setting and prioritization. I guess we have already setting smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time. More or less goals should be relevant. Because sales team we cannot ask. Go ahead for 30 CR. That is not okay. If something is coming, then understand and deny. For you, if I will tell you, okay, whatever like have you till now, it's like build it in 10 days. Not possible. Don't agree to that. Based on that, analyze how much time it will take and who all like resource you will allocate over there. Based on that, you plan out. Should not be like any random time, we will do it. That approach will not work, at least for you. For any other resource, it might work out or might not, but second time leadership is and techniques for prioritizing. Any criteria is there? How you are like setting the priority, task priority? Any internal criteria you have prepared, or like it was like randomly? Is it like any resignation, say if it is coming then, or it's like clients are coming and if client is escalating then, what is the weightage of that task? Was it like defined?
For our end, sir, do this internal external tasks. Internal tasks are based on hierarchies where the priorities are to be given. For external tasks, it's on two aspects. First is the type of the brand. Second is what stage the brand is. Considering these factors, we prioritize.
Look, the thing is that when you are like for a marketing Taiwan type of I can understand. But the thing is that for your resource, for you that might be the like setup aspect. For your resource, one resource you like one fresher who has joined recently 3 months worked with Pioneer and allocated this one type of work. For him, what should be the priority?
For him to on external factors to be
Correct. That particular matter. Was that set properly?
post.
Individual priorities also you have to set. Over here it's like first you will set your priority. That whatever you told, that is your priority, your designation.
No, there is also because for seniors it's a tally is divided. For juniors and the smaller ones only.
Okay.
Senior taking the bigger ones.
Okay. But how frequently you are getting all those tasks? And look, the thing is that it should not be like you should ignore the tier 4 work. So a whole day ka time mein, if tier 1 brand you are allocating like the first, then definitely second half mein tier 4 brand should get allocated.
No, task is done. For every task, there is a maximum time of 24 hours for every single task. If it's reaches the deadline, let's just say on this. So that's taken on daily amount to get it on the highest priority.
More than 24 hours, why exactly it's going to higher management?
No, for daily revenues, for escalations.
But like your employee escalation doesn't come to you.
No, those are coming to me. In case any task is missed by me within the time guideline, so this get escalated to ma'am and just taken on in the daily account. And
How
then
if you have planned everything, if everything
this external factors comes into place over here. That's it.
that's what, like, with planning, how exactly it is going to the next level?
For example, if you plan, let's say 7 hours a day for the festival Friday, but still there are chances that external factors, internal tasks might come, who might take an additional 1 or 2. You need to shift 1 or 2 tasks to the next day. And that may result in a breach of time.
Okay, then channelize it. If it is coming, then go with the like priority task. Speak with the management and more or less get it changed the time without changing the time. How exactly you are like taking the priority? That is the first aspect. If priority task is getting allocated, then whichever task that is like revamping, right? Like revamping your schedule, like rescheduling you are doing. Then that particular task, which is like today's cut at that should get shifted to next day. But if it is going as an escalation, that is not. So that over there you'll have to work on and you'll have to set a process. Beyond that, if it is like moving, it should not like move frequently.
No, like it's once a week situation should like
It's more or less exercise all those things, goal setting and prioritization. Priority setup is like one aspect key. First thing which you like should come into your mind is what is your goal. Despite having any external, any hierarchy escalation, what is your goal set today? And what is the priority? Your first focus should be work. After that, other things. Because the thing is that the whole total team is like dependent on you. The moment your priorities are like getting shifted, definitely even they will get impacted. So it's a whole hierarchy you are like hierarchy level. If it is coming, if it is emergency, then reschedule. Planning and organizing, time blocking, scheduling, creating to-do tasks, task management system, project management tools, prioritize tasks, break tasks into smaller steps, which I guess already we have discussed. Even for you, all your tasks need to be done properly and before time only. It should be like communicated. Appliances it doesn't happen. Sometimes should be like planned because your MTS was down. Any action was taken against it. What kind of planning you have? That's the problem. And because of that, most of the team over here would have like, it would have impacted. Even it impacted us. Other than that, their deadline. Was deadline even followed? By you or like whole team? If it is not happening, then what all like actions you are taking?
So there we mostly discussing on model reviews only, why the cats were pushed by every single entry, and what factors and what will be internal or external. Then those particular things are targeted.
But is it getting documented somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Try document. Because they will realize. If you are like documenting it and go for a monthly analysis, what exactly one resource if is like continuously breaching, then that approach will have to change. Correct? For you people, that will be there. Because you keep your data based on that you enter. Other people also, if you like keep on like, I'll give you one example. One person who was not walking, who doesn't know even what exactly happening in the brand. who doesn't know what kind of technologies are getting used over there, what are the numbers, despite having one or two men. Don't you think that is like that has been ignored from since long time? That's why that thing is happening. If you have tracked it down, and every day MOMA if that is covered, if you have like taken the data and summarized it and analyzed it once in a month or once in 15 days, definitely you would have like catch hold of that person. That could have been addressed earlier. Because these things, if you keep on like encouraging, then people will do because they are like they will get used to it, and for them the thing is that working will be a like liability. They will feel like that. Thing is that somehow even we are contributing over there. If we keep the checklist, if we like check every day, then definitely even they will come into that workplace का mindset. Avoid multitasking. That to need to. One aspect if you are taking, focus on it, close it. Without focus, if you take multiple aspects, then it will not work out. I think whichever you are taking now, just close it so that it should not come again and bother you. Any brand you are speaking, any issue, anything, keep it transparent, take approval, close it, then and there. If it is not getting addressed, allocate one more time slot. Within that time, make the other person, whoever like you have the dependency on some other department or other person, make them available based on their availability, block one more time, address that particular issue at that point of time and close it. Till in between that, it should not hinder it. Random calls. Who will be there? Then only things will work out and it will be channelized. Like regularly review and adjust. Something is not happening. Then you will get to know who all are like working properly and who all are like that you will be able to address the particular scenario. Like in case of Pradeep, he allocate tasks, everything, and few like senior person, they allocate the task to junior person. Junior person work 12 hours a day, and senior person will do some time pass work, and they go home. How exactly it got? I'll give you an example. Every day that monitoring happens. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, okay. 10th day definitely he will. Because every day we review what exact work he does.
That he hasn't even done the task and in front
He's
of us
putting his name.
name.
So that happens. That happens within team.
To the 4-5 tasks, 10 tasks, that everything I have assigned to him, he has routed it to his junior. So his junior was staying late and doing everything. So he has met the deadlines, everything. And now doing this review meeting, he has put his name and given a report.
So at that point of time, you will have to analyze how exactly that person has done. Being a secretarial leadership, definitely you know like 80 to 90% of aspect completely of your department. So easily you will get to know whether he has performed it and he is routing to someone else. Because the thing is that among your team you will have to like maintain that balance. Someone is not working and some other person is like slogging because of that particular person. That is not good. Because today or tomorrow definitely it will come and bite you. Because that person is not working, he is out of focus, and the resource who is like working extra definitely will get frustrated and he will take a harsh decision. And end of the day that will impact. Before that happening, go with like a regular review and analysis and address such issue. If that particular resource is not getting like hampered by the decision, then take a harsh decision, close the thing, go for the alternative. Delegation and team management. How exactly delegations will work? more or less whenever like it comes to a particular department, different skill set and mentality we are dealing with. Different person also.
Complexity.
Any
of us.
brand from south, if you are allocating to any northern people, definitely you know the communication gap will be there. They will not be able to. That is like harsh reality. It's not a like racism or anything. That is like reality. But in the same region, the person if you are putting, then that part you are like you overcome it completely. You are like allocate such people and based on their skill set, allocate the task. Without that, task will not. They will not be able to perform on that task. Because if like we will allocate, suppose Gotham will allocate some vendor finance company, that will not happen. So those things you will have to analyze. Uday will allocate all the filings and all. Not possible. Based on the skills. Aditi if we will put for designing and Apurva if we will for content writing, then it will not work out. Based on that, based on their skill set. For skill set also put a review system की like कितना पानी में है जानने के लिए. Based on that, like arrange sufficient like training and educate them. Right team members are communicating expectation clearly. So what is your expectation out of it? What work he or she should do for you whenever you are allocating? Make it very clear. Because this is a key aspect. Whenever like we are communicating, if that first communication is not clear, we keep on entering other departments. Your requirement was not clear. Requirement was not clear. This is the same thing. The first point पे if the particular requirement was given कि I want this, it should be futuristic requirement. Should not be like कि currently we want this. Currently we want 10 things in 5 hours. So analyze it, revamp it. It should not be like that कि it might be like कि हाँ you have thought for like 6 months. Post 6 months a different scenario came. Based on that rethink again, reallocate one more requirement. That communication need to be proper. How exactly you are using it and how you are going to use it in future. Based on that, if that communication happen properly, then things will be smoother for you. And this is for all departments. Any department, if you are communicating, if you are not giving them, like I'll give my example. I'm not giving it because of some whatever reason. Not giving you documentation. You will not be able to initiate it. Correct. It might be X, Y reason. Whenever like I am giving requirement, it should be perfect. Without that, you should not initiate any requirement. It should not be half an hour. Whole requirement should be prepared. After that, break it in chunks. That is okay. But end to end, you should think. Post that only you should initiate. Not trusting your team. Because without trust, it will not work. You will fail. Any teammate, if you are not trusting, you have to entrust your team, entrust you, walk to them and get it. Deadlines and checkpoints we already discussed. Develop a culture of collaboration. That also we already discussed. Providing support and feedback. More or less the training part and all. Analyze them, sit with them, try to understand where exactly they are lacking. Based on that, give the training, support them on. Post that, post multiple approach if it is not happening, then go for alternative. So more or less this is getting followed. I guess total team may I face this challenge. Any requirement if it is coming in, without preparation people are coming. They don't have any agenda. They do have one agenda. We will have to build automation. Building automation also you have to prepare the steps. Automation is nothing but whichever manual like a person or resource is doing, that will have to based on like software expertise will be automated. Automatically it will happen. The day something will change, it will go. Based on that you will have to plan and you will have to go. Similarly, same. Any meeting, anything without agenda, tell it, sorry, I cannot help. with agenda only. I'll go ahead because agenda, whenever like he or she is sharing with agenda one meeting, then you are like crystal clear. Yes, these all things we'll have to discuss in the meeting. Based on that, I'll go, like I'll prepare myself and I'll sit in that meeting. So that one meeting I'll address it. Without that, if you are going random meetings, then it's pointless. 50% scenario may it will be fruitful and other 50 may you will fail. But with agenda, if you are going, more or less you know. Post agenda and post preparation, if it is getting failed, then that might be a different scenario. It might not be workable only. That's why it is getting failed. And necessary parties. Any random, all teammates, if you are calling it, that is not okay. Whoever is required, whoever is the person, more or less, whoever you have dedicated, those person need to be there in the meeting. And yeah, time limit and more or less deadline. And the last but not the least, whenever like you are like concluding any meeting, you should draft all the key pointers and keep it transparent. Whenever we are discussing anything with any external party or any internal person, discuss end to end, like note it down, and post meeting push it up and conclude the meeting. That is the conclusion. That should be the conclusion of any meeting. If you like keep practicing this, then most of the scenario will be like, yeah, this meeting I have done, I have like given this. If you want to revamp, on mail revamp it, so that the meeting will be full. This though, what can we? This you will have to take initiative. Nobody will be able to train you on this. I can only suggest go passive, go with the passive approach and try telling them. Other aspect you will have to build inside. How exactly someone is like spoiling your time, then more or less you are only hampering your like scheduled work. You're giving your time, your workspace time to someone else randomly, then definitely your work is getting hampered. He is like hampering his work and he is like more or less both of your work is getting hampered by him. That you will have to address. So time management for team productivity. Predict your work. So whenever you are allocating for 1 month, suppose your deadline is for 1 month, then go checking 7 day mein what is the growth and which trajectory mein it's going, and what is like future scenario, anybody is taking leaves or not. Those all things it should be there on your mind. And if it is getting hampered, what all are the alternatives? Based on that, you'll change your plan. If this you will do, definitely you will get spare time, at least secondary leadership will get time and invest that time on more or less R&D or any research part or any future planning you keep up to save time. Then it will be smoother for you. And more or less, if you are getting spare time, definitely you can revamp your goal, your planner, everything you can revamp. Yeah, this is more or less everyday monitoring or weekly monitoring, which is like compatible for you, that you should go. Everyday monitoring, if you are like okay with, it's always better, go with everyday monitoring. It is very difficult. Initially it will be very difficult. So go with like either fortnight monitoring or else like weekly monitoring. Post that you just reduce it. So it will get simplified. Once everything is placed, it will get simplified and you can bring it down to everyday monitoring. The moment you will come to everyday monitoring, that time you are like sorted. And you will have to review your plan. More or less which all aspect may you have divided your plan. So you will have to analyze ki how much percentage of time you are giving to those particular things. Right now you might be speaking, but 50 to 60% of your like time will be on like client call. So that you will have to balance it. It should not increase. You will have to define this particular percent I give for client onboarding or any call or anything. Beyond that, if it is going, then you are going on. So that you will have to analyze any task. task or any challenging if it is like breaching. This you'll have to analyze and you'll have to set on your own. Suppose my regular task, I am giving this much percentage of time I am giving. Like suppose 20% of time I am allocating for my regular. If it is breaching, then some issues. That you will have to review and that you will have to kill. Go with RCA, like go with one analysis, root cause analysis, why exactly this is happening, and think of what permanent solution for it. If it is temporary approach, then definitely again it will come and again you will get involved. And more or less if you will do, then you will get to know which all things you have sidelined, which should not be. Because you have planned earlier and why exactly you are sidelining stuff. So that need to be included. And it can be taken up from this part. This I hope people are not doing, most of the people. They don't review how much time they are investing. Task wise they are checking. But task level pe have you ever checked ki suppose you are working for Infotech, Analytics and Buy More. Have you ever calculated ki how much time you have like given for Buy More and what are the percentage?
So we every time when we make the MIS, we see how much time we took for one task and what was the time allocated.
So what are the challenges?
So challenges are when we do not get requirements or approvals or proper communication is not there. That is when the problem comes.
So like which all approach you have taken to address the issue?
The meetings and all.
It need to be escalated. Things are not happening. Have you tried to why exactly this is not happening? And give it a proper fix. Without that, this will keep on repeating and your things will get hampered. Like Uday sent few days back one mail, HR requirements. Before we were struggling with our attendance and everything. He initiated, he get it fixed. Now HR में few all other stuffs are like missing that he analyzed. He saw कि over there this much time is going. If I get it addressed, then I will be relieved from that particular like some 10 hours, 20 hours. If that you are like getting addressed, then you are like gaining those times. No, you can plan for other things. So that you will have to bring it. Should not comment. That's what. But even this is a key aspect. Gym. 7:30. So that's what you will have to allocate. You know, like that personal schedule also you will have to maintain. The day you are compromising with your personal schedule, then you will get stressed. 1 day or 2 day exception you will get. Later on it will get, you will get habituated, which will either way come and bite you. So that balance on you. No more training on that because with professional time planning and management you are able to do. Then personal aspect definitely. That is personal, we don't want to come. That is on you and you have to balance it. The day you are compromising with your personal work-life balance, then definitely you will get stress. Either or. Work-life may also if you are like compromising, then you will get stress. Stress is not good. So be energetic and lively. Done? Short and sweet. Next time onwards, next session में we will see कि how exactly people are planning. I want everyone to present their planners and their resource planner based on this, like what are the like which all things you have executed and how it worked out. Based on that we will discuss. More or less time management में all these are the aspects. Exaggerating the training will not make any sense. So let's implement and next session में we will see कि which all approach he has taken and how exactly he has implemented within the team. time management. That we will analyze. Based on that, we'll try to help you out. How much is possible from my end. Done. Done. No, anything else? Any queries? क्या बोल रहे हो? इसको पता होगा। ये अदिति को ही पता होगा। क्या query है बताओ? नारुतो वाला? हैं? कौन सा लिया है?
सारे all top 10
और टॉप 10 एनिमे कैरेक्टर्स कौन कौन से
सारे
वन पंच मैन से लेके सारे।
हाँ मेरा रेटिंग हो गया मैं तो बायस हूँ सोची
सब पूरा ईयरफोन लगा के देखिए साउंड वॉइसेस
For 2 years haven't seen
साउंड के साथ अबे वो उसको बनाओ हमसे नहीं हो रहा हम कोड वाले हैं हम कोड करते हैं
को पोस्ट करना पड़ेगा।
और क्या इशू है बताओ टीम में which you are not able to address मेरे से हो सकता है तो बताऊंगा नहीं तो नेक्स्ट मीटिंग में प्रिपेयर करके आके बताऊंगा
सर अभी जैसे एक और ग्राफिक डिजाइनर आई है तो हम लोग का लोड बहुत कम हो गया है वैसे प्रॉब्लम ये बट बहुत शांति से काम हो रहा है
काम बढ़ा रहा है
सर इसलिए पहले अगर 100 था वो हम एक इंसान कर रहे थे अब क्योंकि 2 इंसान आ गए तो सबको लग रहा है कि वो 100 की जगह 200 काम कर सकते हैं और वो टेक्निकली 50-50 डिवाइड होना चाहिए था
इट्स नॉट लाइक 50-50 डिवाइड होना चाहिए था
समझ मैं वो बता रही हूँ
अभी और एक अगर आ रही है तो उसको सीखने में लगेगा 2 महीना 3 महीना
सर इसीलिए
तो
हम लोग
उसको कितना परसेंट का टास्क जाना चाहिए
तो उसको हम लोग खाली बार का रेगुलर टास्क दिए हैं जो प्रॉपर उसका एक एक डॉक्यूमेंट है कि किसमें क्या जाना चाहिए क्या नहीं जाना चाहिए वो सारा उसके पास है बाकी रेगुलर टास्क सब पूरा करना
ऐसे आप अगर डेलीगेट कर रहे हो तो आप मतलब क्या करवाना चाहते हैं रिसोर्स से सारा रेगुलर टास्क देके मेंटेनेंस बनाओगे सोशल मीडिया का
सर अभी जैसे उसको क्योंकि पता नहीं है बायमोर और क्या कर रहे हैं तो हम लोग उसको रेगुलर टास्क दिए
for initial days it's okay later on you will have to push on irregular tasks because don't kill like creativity inside any person
नहीं सर
if you kill that then they'll more or less like machines only वो तो हमारा कोड भी कर देगा फिर
सर खाली एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम जोन टाइम लिमिट के लिए हम लोग उसको रेगुलर टास्क दिए कि वो सीख जाए कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं कैसे कर रहे हैं ब्रांड गाइड्स क्या फॉलो हो रहा है उसके बाद हम लोग
initial days training days में all these things are okay later on keep on pushing
जैसे सर अभी एनालिटिक्स का ही टास्क था तो क्योंकि हम लोग आउट ऑफ आइडियाज थे तो हमने उसको दिया कि गिव अ फ्रेश पेयर ऑफ ओपिनियन
but was it analytics का idea इनके साथ डिस्कस किया गया collaborative manners में कुछ निकले आइडियाज नहीं निकले
सर निकले बट वो नहीं हुए तो फिर
क्यों नहीं हुए
उनका भी कहानी है
हाँ तो वहाँ पे इशू है उसको रिजॉल्व करो
वो
उसको जब रिजल्ट होगा देन ओनली इट विल बी स्मूथ अप
Right. It's like work in progress, right from our
नहीं हो पाया
पर्सनल एस्पेक्ट पे लेना ही नहीं है नॉर्मली ऑफिस पे काम करते हैं
नहीं पता है सर नहीं हो पाएगा
क्यों नहीं होगा क्या चैलेंज है
क्योंकि सर एक टीम पर्सनल ले रही है पर एक टीम अगर पर्सनल ले रही है तो अगर हम नहीं भी करना चाहें तो भी वो नहीं सॉल्व हो
वो सॉल्व करो ऑब्वियसली 2 टीम को एस्केलेट करो मैनेजमेंट में एक मैनेजमेंट नहीं कर पा रहा है तो कोई और लीडर को कुछ नहीं हो रहा है तो MIS में लिखो सारे लीडर बैठ के डिस्कशन करेंगे रिजॉल्व होगा
सर इस बार
रिजॉल्व तो करना है वो इशू सब नहीं छोड़ना है ये इंटर टीम में क्या है
थोड़ा सा लॉन्ग रन पे will not
एक
work.
के वेयरहाउस मिल के काम कर रहे हैं मतलब करेक्ट नो
Even out of the office, I have been to Rajnish as well. Not
This
so
place.
many. Rajnish. So
Hello.
So
I का वो है कैफे को.
नहीं मात्र
They called me and even taste was very good.
लिट्टी खाए लिट्टी खाए कॉफी पे
नहीं वो उसका मोमोज का है वो उसका दीदी नेक्स्ट
हाँ वो देखते हैं एक मेरे को 5-10 मिनट करेंगे
चलते हैं
सेशन में
This
कंटिन्यू
week
वो एड्रेस करो क्योंकि वो एक डिफरेंट जर्नल एनालिटिक्स में भी आपको इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा सोशल मीडिया में. आप अभी तक बायमोड देखे हो ई कॉमर्स इन्फोटेक का टेक का आएगा उनका आएगा एनालिटिक्स. ये डिफरेंट डोमेन है. सोशल मीडिया का ना अप्रोच अलग अलग होना चाहिए. वो 3 अप्रोच आपको कैप्चर करने हैं. आपका बेनिफिट देखो उसमें.
तो बेनिफिट तो उसकी रेफर नहीं हो रहा है.
तो वही इंटर टीम बेनिफिट देखो क्या है क्या नहीं बेस्ड ऑन दैट प्रोफेशनल रिलेशंस. आपको बाकी बाहर जो करना है करो कोई मतलब नहीं है. इनसाइड दैट एवरीवन शुड बी लाइक ये कम्युनिकेशन है क्या चले जैसे टीम में अंडरस्टैंडिंग है तो नहीं होना चाहिए. दैट आप एड्रेस करो कैसे करना है करो. टाइम मैनेजमेंट का सेशन था. कंफ्लिक्ट रेजोल्यूशन का सेशन था. सतीश ने ये चीज पूछी वो बताएगा.
This is
बोलते हैं
वो तो इधर दो ही लोग बैठे हैं बाकी टीम से नहीं.
तो नेक्स्ट टाइम मुझे देखना है. I want to see कि how exactly you are like delegating tasks, how exactly you have planned, how exactly you have summarized, organized, and documented all the things.
What are the
Quickly, 5 minutes each. We will go quickly on resolve, and I want answers from you. It's been 1 month we are like going through this. We might have implemented and we have worked on it.
that quantity you have to sum up for the particular skill for the particular.
Then we conclude.
That quantity you have to remove it from.
And we stop that, no?
Aditya.
Pause.